Welcome back to Snow Dogs Cooking, where if I can cook it, so can you. Today, you guys voted on our community tab in the poll. We are gonna make a side dish for Thanksgiving. That is our goal today. That is what we're doing, and I'm sure you can already tell by the title and the thumbnail what we're making. We're making, I don't know what we're gonna call it, southern sweet potatoes, pecan sweet potatoes. We're making sweet potatoes, but not the kind with marshmallows, which is what a lot of people make. Well, hello, best kitchen helper ever. Are you coming in here to assume your position? She's like, of course I am. And here's second best kitchen helper ever. So like I said, Thanksgiving is coming here in the United States. It's a pretty popular holiday. Lots of people make food for it. So, you know, you don't have to be celebrating Thanksgiving to make this. You can make this just because you want to. Before we get into it, I do want to note one of the really nice things about this specific recipe is you can make this ahead of time and put it in your fridge for 24 hours. If you do end up doing that, when you bake it for like an extra 10 minutes. That should be perfect. But I love that this is one of those easily do ahead dishes because, as you guys know, holidays, baking, cooking can get crazy. So this is one of those recipes that you can make ahead to make it easier. Let's get to it. So what do I have right now? I have 3 pounds of sweet potatoes. We are gonna go ahead and roast these. We're gonna preheat our oven to 425. Hi, sweetheart. Now, I know there are gonna be a lot of you asking, can't we just cut them up and boil them? You can do that. I feel like roasting them makes a thicker casserole. It seems to be a little too watered down when I've done it when I've boiled them, and I like the way it tastes when they're roasted. So to each their own, do it however you would like, but we're gonna go ahead and roast them. Also, I got these at Aldi, and I think it's funny that they're called Mr. Yams sweet potatoes. Yes, yams and sweet potatoes are different things. We are using sweet potatoes. So I have arranged these on my roasting tray. I'm going to go ahead and poke all of them with a fork. You'll see I cut the end off of this one. It just looked a little bit funky, so I'm like, we'll just cut that off before we do this. So we're going to poke them with a fork. All right, rinsed them all, poked them all with a fork. Now we're going to pop them in the oven for between 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. You want them to be fork tender when you take them out. These are a little bit thinner than a lot of the sweet potatoes I've roasted before, so I have a feeling these will be done in 45 minutes. Into the oven they go. And now we wait. We should probably go find third best kitchen helper ever. Oh, looky there. It's third best kitchen helper ever. No snacks yet, honey. When we get to that point, I will bring you something. Oh, they're out of the oven. So now we're gonna prepare everything else. And the first thing we're gonna do is turn the oven to 350, which I guess it was already at. Mine was just on, so it's hotter than that, so it thinks it's already preheated, but we're gonna let the temperature come down to 350 while we make the rest of the stuff. We also gotta let these cool for a little bit. So while that's cooling, we're gonna get all of the rest of the ingredients we need and the pan. This is a 2.5 quart Corningware baking dish. I'm gonna use this. You could also use a 9x13 pan. I'm just gonna use this because I think it's pretty. Okay, for the base part of this is not the topping, this is the base part of this. You're going to need your 3 pounds of your sweet potatoes. You're going to need a half a stick of butter, which is 4 tablespoons. You're going to need a half a cup of whole milk. I highly recommend using whole milk for this because it makes it creamier. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, real maple syrup, not fake syrup, real maple syrup. A 1/3 cup of packed brown sugar, a tisp of vanilla, and about 1/4 to a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, depending on what you like. And I know this is weird, but an egg. The egg is basically going to make it hold together a little bit, because when we add like this liquid and this liquid, sometimes it can get a little runny, so we add 1 egg. I think these are about cool enough. We're going to start scooping them out and putting them into the bowl. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a good day. Do you know how we know? Because them bellies is up. Are you happy as can be, Memphis? Happy as can be. Okay, now that these are cool to the touch, mind you, the inside of these is still really hot, you should be able to just peel the skin off just like this. Oops. If you can't, you can take and cut them in half and like spoon it out, but if you did it right, it should just come right off and you can see.
Why'd you let me put them in there?
Oh no, don't put them in a bowl. Hi, best kitchen helper ever. Second best kitchen helper ever. And check that out. Just gonna pretty much smoosh right down in there. So we're gonna take the skins off of all the sweet potatoes and put them into this bowl. Okay, so we have them all skinned. Are your fingers sticky? My fingers are sticky.
I cleaned them.
I did too, but they were sticky.
It was definitely sticky.
Yeah, they're nice and smushy.
Sticky that is.
We did save 3 little nibbles with nothing else added for the dogs, setting them over there so that can cool. So to this, we are going to add all those ingredients I talked about. Here, we should put the butter in first.
That's probably a good idea.
That way it can start melting while we're doing everything else. Oh, look at it melting. So there's the butter. We've got brown sugar. That's actually light brown sugar.
And how much of that?
All of it.
No, how much is it? All of it, awesome. Cool.
All of it, hon. All of it. It is a third of a cup of brown sugar.
Third of a cup.
And it was 4 tablespoons of butter.
Half stick.
I forgot you weren't up here when I was going through all that. Okay, so we got the butter. We got the brown sugar. We're going to add milk. And I think it was a half a cup of milk is what that is. Yeah, you might want
butter.
Probably a good idea.
Because this is nice.
Well, hello, second best kitchen helper ever. Don't worry, I saved you a bite. Half a cup of milk. Whole milk because it's nice and creamy. And then we're going to add the 1 egg. The egg's like a binder. It's kind of going to make it. Yep. And then, look, it's our maple syrup that we made. We're going to have to make a video this maple syrup season showing people exactly how we do this.
It's a task.
So that is a 1/4 of a cup of real maple syrup. Yes, we made this. We tapped the trees and everything. Eleanor's like, oh, I love maple syrup. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, pour that in. This is going to be so good. And then a tisp of vanilla extract.
It smells good.
She's like, yeah, it smells like syrups. Just a tisp. You know, measure with your heart. A tisp-ish.
I usually don't do the extracts over the bowl.
That's vanilla.
Because if you make a mistake,
it'll just be more vanilla. Come on, fill it up. Watch you accidentally spill it all. Pour it in there. And then
It's not that much.
it says a 1/4 of a tisp to a half a tisp of cinnamon, or
1/4 of a
measure
tisp
it
to
with your
half a
heart.
tisp. Okay.
I would just put some shakes in there. I like cinnamon. You like cinnamon. Probably good. Perfection. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, now we're going to take our handy dandy hand mixer. Oh, side note before you turn that on, I went over to my brother's house last night and I taught Charlotte how to say handy dandy notebook.
Nice.
Anyway, we're going to take our mixer and we are going to go ahead and mix this together. Now, you don't want to over mix it. You just want to incorporate everything together. It should be nice and creamy. Hello, best kitchen helper ever. Once we're done with this, I'll give you your bite of your stuff, I promise. Just make sure everything gets mixed in. That butter should melt pretty good. Everything's still pretty warm. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Good.
Oh, okay. There's some on the beaters.
Do I get to try it?
You
too?
get to try it. They can't have it, but you can.
I can't have it?
No, they can't have it.
All right.
That's just the filling. There's going to be a topping as well. Yeah? Yeah?
That's pretty good.
All right. We're going to put it in the pan. And don't worry, we got you some too. Okay, ready? Sweet potato bite. This is for Memphis. There you go. How's that? And again, as a reminder, this is just the sweet potato before we added all the stuff.
Oh.
What? And there she is, the third best. She got it in her teeth. Third best kitchen helper ever. Oh, yeah. How's that? See, I told you we'd give you something. Look at those faces. Look at them. They're like, whoa, there's food? Okay, on to the next step. Okay, so we have our 2.5 quart pan.
What?
What?
No way.
What?
There's a chart on the spatulas.
There's a conversion chart on the
That's awesome.
spatula.
That's pretty cool. Huh. Okay.
Somebody asked where I got these spatulas. I got them at Meijer. I can't find them anywhere online. I think this is a Wilton brand.
Yeah, 120%. Always notice the hearts.
Yeah.
Never notice
Yeah,
that.
that's
so.
funny.
Okay.
I just
anyway.
grabbed it. Anyway, so
this is gonna
we've got
slide
our mixture. Ooh. We're gonna put it right in the pan.
Almost slid it.
I think it's gonna fit. Like I said, you could use a 9x13 pan, and then you're gonna get a little bit of a thinner bit of
Didn't
your...
have so much headspace.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. And then we're kind of just going to flatten it out in here a little bit. And now we're going to make the topping. Okay, so we have another bowl, and now we are going to go ahead and make our topping. Hello, best kitchen helper ever. The first thing we're going to need is a 1/2 cup of flour. We're basically making like a streusel crumbly top thing.
1/4 cup.
Woohoo! Do that twice. You have a 1/2 cup of flour. We are also going to need 6 tablespoons of softened butter. My trick is to always set it right here when my oven's on, because the heat vent is right here. So it heats up the butter and makes it nice and soft. We're going to add the butter in a second here. The next thing we're going to need is 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar.
I was just going to say, does it mention if you want it packed or not?
Yes, it should be packed. I love this brown sugar container. As always, there'll be some Amazon affiliate links for a lot of the stuff we use down in the video description below. You guys are always asking about the things that we use in the videos. So I did find out that awesome, cool blue color of measuring cups is not available anymore.
Oh.
I know, and I like those.
Yeah, because it works so good.
Yeah. Okay, so we need 3/4 cup of light brown sugar. I don't know the difference between dark and light brown sugar, but everybody said light brown sugar.
Right, probably the
molasses flavor. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, hello, happy girl. Hello. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna need is the pecans. Pecans, is it pecan or pecan? Pecan! I don't know. It's a pecan.
I mean, if it does say...
I say pecan.
So anyway.
Again, that's a dialect thing, depending on where you're from.
There's no O, right?
There is no O.
Okay.
This is a 2-cup bag. We only need about 1 1/4 cup to 1 1/2 cup of chopped. But that's
Okay,
2 cups.
So that's 2 cups. Let's see how we measure out. Look at that. Measures out perfect.
It does. So about 1 1/4 cup to 1 1/2 cups. Oh, wait a minute.
1/4 to 1 1/2.
Wait a minute.
What do you want to
That one fell out.
1 1/4 to 1 1/2?
Yeah.
We'll go a little light.
A little light.
All right, there's your 1/4.
Okay, and that is going to go in this bowl, and we're going to mix all this stuff together. Oh, we got to add the butter, too. Oh, that was what we were going to do. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. We're going to add the butter to here and mix it a little bit, and then add the pecans.
That way we don't pulverize all the pecan.
We don't want them to break up into little bitty tiny pieces. We're going to mix this together just a little bit, and then we're going to add the pecans. So we made sure that the butter was broke up a little bit, and now we're going to pour the pecans in. Just stir them in. Yeah, we'll stir those in. I guess you could use walnuts or something else if you don't like pecans, but I really like pecans, so
I think I'm going to put them through the mixer and just let them get crushed a little.
There you go. That shouldn't really crush them too much. It should just, it's just kind of going to move them around. I don't think that's powerful enough to actually break them up. Just mix it up, and then we're going to pour it on top of here. Okay, we have our crumble all nice and crumbled together. Go ahead and pour it on. We'll spread it out and all the fun stuff. We gotta get it all on there. Now I do know we don't want to push it down into here. We want it to be, bless you.
Fluffy.
Oh, look, there it is. Belly's up, and bless you. We don't want to push it down into the mix, so we're kind of going to put it on the top and then lightly spread it over like you can see Jamie doing right here. And then we're going to pop this sucker in the oven, uncovered, for about 30 to 40 minutes. This is a thicker dish, so we're probably going to go a little bit longer, but if you're using a 9x13, because it'll be spread out a little bit more, you'll probably go a little bit less. Yeah, watch out, your girl's right there. Upside down and happy as can be. All right. Into the oven on the middle rack, uncovered. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
We'll check it in 30 minutes, but like I said, we'll probably have to go a little bit longer. Eleanor's like, anything else for me? You can't have all the other stuff. You had some stuff. Oh my goodness. It's out of the oven.
It smells good.
Smells phenomenal. We're going to get some plates. We're gonna.
Oh, I just saw bubble.
I know
That's
the
hot.
whole edge is bubbling. It said once it starts bubbling, it's done. So we actually did this for 35 minutes in this pan, in case you guys wanted to know. And now we're gonna scoop some out on the plate and see what we think.
Oh, there was another bubble.
Deliciousness. Okay, taste test time.
It looks good.
It smells amazing in here.
Yeah, but They can't smell it. And I can't. Oh, wow. I see it steaming.
It is still hot. We waited, which has been really hard to do because it smells so good. Yeah.
I didn't get a piece of the...
Oh, you gotta get it with the crumble and the pecan and the...
Oh, yeah, it was hot. Don't take
Yeah, it's hot. Don't take the huge bite. Bite number 2 coming in.
Mmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the streusel stuff.
The crisp on top.
Yeah.
Is, yeah.
Okay, my turn. Okay. Mine, I separated this bit so it wouldn't be as hot.
So you can try it.
You know, I'm talking to my mouth true. I love the sweet potatoes with marshmallows. I think this is my new favorite. I do. I really do. I think it's my new favorite. So that was perfection. So easy to make. And like I said, it's really nice that you can make it 24 hours ahead of time if you want to. Let me know if you guys are going to try to make this. I think I might make it and take it to my mom and dad's for Thanksgiving. Actually, there might be enough left, but I don't know. Jamie and I might eat it all. All right, you guys. If you didn't see, last week we made a Thanksgiving turkey, so if you've been trying to figure out how you're going to do that, I'll link that video here at the end and down in the video description below. Leave some comments, let us know what you want us to make next. And if you end up making this, let us know. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye, audience.